Hi everybody. So this video I'm going to show you how to use Canva to create your infographic. Now, like I mentioned in the instructional video for this project, I think Canva is super user-friendly. I personally had never used it before today, and in just a few short hours I was able to create an infographic as an example to kind of show you what I'm looking for in this final project. So in this video I'm just going to walk you through Canva and show you how you actually make your infographic. So to start, you're going to click on this link in the instructional document or just type in canva.com into your web browser, and it's going to bring you to the Canva homepage. Now from here, I would recommend making an account. I already have one made, so it automatically signed me in. But the benefit of creating an account with Canva is that it will allow you to save your project. So if this isn't something you're expecting to be able to complete in one sitting, I would definitely recommend making an account. It is completely free. All you need to do is enter in your email address, your name, and your password, of course. So I'm just going to show you here how easy it is to create this account. I'm just typing in my information. Bam. And now I'm logged in. So now anything I create or start working on is going to be saved in my account, so I can come back to it at a later time. So here at the Canva homepage, the first thing we need to do to start working on an infographic is type in the search bar up here the word infographic. You'll see it will pop up, and we'll click that. And that's going to bring us to the homepage with all of these different templates and resources specifically to make an infographic. Now from here, you can either choose one of these previously created templates. I think that's a little tricky because if you do this, you're going to need to do a lot of deleting and adding and subtracting. But if you want to start with a template and just work from there, that is an option for you. Alternatively, you can click this button here to create a blank infographic. And this is pretty much just starting from scratch to build your own. So now that I'm here, I need to think about what topic I wanted to use. Hopefully you would have done this before you start creating your infographic, choosing whichever social problem I either provided in this list here or something different if you got that approved from me. Let's say for this example that I want to create an infographic on this social problem here, LGBT plus youth bullying. All right, so let me get back to my Canva page here. And I'm just going to show you a few of the different features on this left side here. So you can see the templates options are still here. We selected to work with a blank template. There's an upload option. So if you click this, you can upload images, videos, or audio files from your own computer. So if you have any images or videos that you have saved on your computer that you'd like to use in your infographic, you can do that here. Canva also has a number of different stock photos. Many of them, again, are free to use here. So if you want to use any of these images on your particular infographic, all you do is click one and Canva will pop it up over here. You can drag it around with your mouse to move it. You can also adjust the size and shape using these different toggle features on the side. If you don't like something you did, if I thought I made this too small, you can use the same features on your keyboard as you would in like Microsoft Word. So to undo on a Mac, I'm going to click Command Z and it will take back that function. Similarly, if you grab something in here and you thought you wanted it but decide you don't, all you have to do is highlight it by clicking it and then click delete. And there we go. All right. So again, you have this search feature up here, so you can search within any of these different elements on the left panel here. So if there's certain photos you're looking for, since I'm looking for LGBT plus bullying photos, maybe I'll type in LGBT and I'll see what pops up over here. So anything that says free when you hover your mouse over it means that it's free to use. So you can click that, drag and drop it, and incorporate it in your infographic. Anything that has this little crown in the bottom corner, though, requires a paid subscription. So unfortunately, those aren't available to you. If you're looking for a particular photo or image and you can't find it in Canva because it's not freely available, I did include in the instructions guidelines here a few different links to other websites that provide free images. So these are all images that do not have copyright, so you don't get in trouble if you use them commercially. So Pexels and Pixabay are two great websites that you can click on and search for additional images if you feel that you need to. So back here, let's see, this other feature I want to show you is the elements. So you have the photo option, which are actual pictures of people, places, and things. But there's also this Elements tab, which includes a lot of cool different features, things from stickers. Some of them have animation to them. There's also shapes. You can get, circles, squares, triangles, whatever different shapes you want up here. There's also options for lines. So if you want to separate your images on your infographic using lines to kind of give it that spatial feature, you can do that as well. For virtually any of these elements, you have the option also to change their color. So I inserted this red line here. Let's say I wanted to change that to a different color. I would just click this toggle up here and I can select whichever color I want to change that. Whoops, I highlighted my background there. So I'm just going to Command Z. There, I got that line highlighted. If I select the pink, it changes to pink, purple, etc. Right? So there's lots of fun features. You just got to kind of play around. There's animate features, so you can make certain images or things move on your infographic if that makes sense for what you're trying to achieve, and so on. So let's just say, again, I want to do LGBT plus bullying. The first thing you need on your infographic, like I said, is a title. So I'm going to click text here. And when I click text, you have these options for different headings that are just kind of starting points. So I'm going to click add a heading, and I'm going to pull this up to the top of my infographic. That's typically where I would expect to see a title or heading, right? And I'm going to come up with the title for this. So I'm going to have like a call to action as my title, because again, the point of these infographics are to be educational. Hopefully after you've completed this, you will post it on your Facebook or your Twitter or your Instagram or other social media and actually use this infographic as a tool to educate others. So I'm going to title my project Stop LGBT plus School Bullying. All right, cool. So I got my title there. Nothing fancy yet, but now let's try and get a few extra elements in here. So again, if I'm thinking elements, I might want to think of LGBT plus related things. Look, we got a nice beautiful rainbow that popped up. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that. I'm going to pull it up towards the top here. If I click on my little rainbow feature here, I think there was a way, if I remember, yes, I can affect the transparency. So maybe I'll kind of put the rainbow in the background a little bit. And then for my title itself, if I click on that, there's an option in the text. If I click on the colors, it will give me some suggested colors that match this image. So the colors in this rainbow are now auto-populating here. So this is going to help me be able to match the colors of my font to the images on my infographic. So remember, a big part of this project is being creative and making something that's visually appealing. Another cool feature with text is that it allows you to do some funky little edits to that. So if I click effects here, there's this option. I can add, a shadow to the text. I can make it this weird neon thing. I don't think that looks great, but maybe curving it so it kind of matches the shape of this rainbow would be a cool idea. So I'm going to kind of do something like that, maybe play around with this, maybe expand my rainbow a little bit, push this up a little, shrink it in so it kind of fits in with this rainbow, something like this. Maybe. Cool, so look, I got my heading, right? So I already have been working on this. Like I said, this is my first time using Canva today, but it is really user-friendly. You just gotta kind of click around and get some features out. There's this background feature, so if you want to add a background to your infographic, you can go ahead and do that. Again, the vast majority of these are free. If they aren't free, it's gonna say this Canva thing in the background because this is a watermark because it's only included with the paid prescription, but there are plenty of free background options available, so you can just click around and see what looks good. Add in your elements. Again, remember, using images, shapes, charts, and graphs to convey your message is going to be very beneficial. So let me show you this finished product that I came up with, my Stop LGBT plus Youth Bullying here. I've got my title or my headline here. I've got my thesis statement, again, which is the one single sentence argument about the message you're trying to convey with this graphic. So my thesis for this particular example is LGBT plus youth experience disproportionate rates of bullying at school. I then incorporated my 3 statistics or facts here. So 86% of LGBT plus students were harassed at school in 2019. At the very bottom in teeny tiny font, like I said, it doesn't need to be very big, I included my reference list here too. So I got this particular statistic from the GLSEN website, so I included a link to that website and the author information for that source down here. So again, similar to what you've been doing in your weekly discussion posts where I've been asking you to include citations to defend your arguments, you're doing that same thing here. You're presenting the information and then providing the citation for it. Then towards the bottom of my infographic, I added another subheading here saying, what can we do? So again, the point of these infographics are to be educational, but also to inspire a call to action. And so I provided 2 scientifically supported strategies that people can support or practice to help reduce LGBT plus youth bullying. One of those includes starting gender and sexuality alliances, GSAs, at local high schools. The other suggestion was to pass laws to allow LGBT plus inclusive curriculum in all 3 states. And then I ended it with this closing line, show your support to the LGBT plus community. Together we can make a difference, right? So again, nothing super flashy here. This only took me a couple hours to put together, being a completely new first-time Canva user. So I think it is pretty user-friendly, but if you have any specific questions, always feel free to reach out and ask me. Other cool things over here, you can even add video clips into your infographic. So I don't know how helpful any of these stock video clips are, but maybe you want to record something. Maybe you want to record your own little floating head saying something or providing a piece of information. That's an option too as well. There's also options to add in audio behind your infographics, which is pretty cool. So you can get as creative as you want with this thing, and I heavily encourage it. I kind of had fun geeking out a little bit and letting my creative artistic side flow and kind of take control here. So once you're done completing your infographic, you think, all right, I've got all of the required elements in there, it's looking good. You're going to need to download your infographic so you can submit it on Blackboard. So to download, what you simply do is click this arrow here, and it's going to give you recommended for what type of file to download it. If you included any type of animation, any sound or video in your infographic, you'll need to download it as this MP4 video file. Otherwise, alternatively, you can just download it as a PDF. I would recommend doing the PDF print, high quality one. So we'll just go ahead and click that for now, click download, and it will show you down here your progress. Now, I've already created this infographic and downloaded it, so here is my final product. Oops. This is the MP4 version because I added some kind of sad piano music to the background. So if I click play, it plays the music. And that's that. If you had any animation in here, the animations would be moving once you clicked play in the MP4 video. So you'll create this, download it as either a PDF or an MP4, save it to your computer, and then you'll upload this along with your reflection essay into the Blackboard submission folder. So I hope this project is kind of fun, something a little bit different instead of your traditional final exam. Again, I encourage you to get creative, follow the guidelines and grading rubric that I provided, and have a good time doing something good. This is such a cool way to wrap up this semester after this stressful year we've had. You should feel really good about completing something like this. And again, I strongly encourage you to post this to your own social media once you've created it, to help spread awareness about these social problems and be a positive advocate for social change. All right, take care, everybody.